Alright you guys, what's up? First impressions time yet again. And today I'm going to be giving my first impressions on episode 1 of Black Bullet. Now I've heard a couple good things about Black Bullet from some internet forums, some internet communities. Some people said that the series is okay, some people said the series is pretty good. So I decided to check it out. And first episode was actually pretty good. No, pretty good start to the series. Overall so far, I enjoyed the first episode. I might keep an eye on this one, so I will be following this one for this season. And pretty much the whole synopsis of the story, we start off with a boy called Satomi Rentaro, I think. I'm going to call him Rentaro because that's easy to remember. Rentaro, and humanity has pretty much been, it's almost been wiped out by this mysterious Gastrea virus. And the Gastrea, which are like these giant spider-like, insect-like creatures who pretty much infect other humans, and the humans pretty much get infected and they turn to other Gastrea, so that's how they multiply. And it's kind of a generic whole plot point, but it's been done so many times, it's not really that big of a deal. But it's pretty interesting here, and here we learn about the Gastrea and also the civil officers who are employed to take care of the Gastrea. And the civil officers, they come in pairs, so you got the promoter and you got the initiator. And Satomi Rentaro, it's the same name. Rentaro is the promoter, and his partner Enju is the initiator. Enju, I don't know what to think about her. She's okay. I really don't care much for her. She's a typical lolly character. And at that point, the show kind of lost me a little bit because you got the typical lolly character in here who's infatuated with the main character, which has been done so many times. But apparently she's also one of the so-called cursed children, which are children who have been infected with the Gastrea virus but are unable, but don't immediately turn to Gastrea. They pretty much have some sort of, they somehow like subside the virus somehow. And usually what happens is their mother, when they're pregnant with them, if the mother gets infected with the Gastrea virus through her mouth, and the child inside usually gets infected with the Gastrea virus and usually becomes accursed children, most of which are girls. Which, on a side note, brings up an interesting question. What happens if the mother, let's say, is 6 months into her pregnancy and she has a boy and she gets infected? Will the boy die before birth, or will the boy be turned into a girl? Because that's an interesting note right there, since almost all of them, I guess all of them, are girls. All the cursed children are girls. And the characters so far are pretty okay. We're introduced to this one guy, a mysterious character. Of course, you gotta have a mysterious character in the first episode, who apparently killed 2 police officers. He's wearing this mask. He's got like this whole Joker mask thing going on with a top hat and suit. So you can tell he's pretty much one of those aloof, fun, kind of goofy type of villains. But he's not really goofy. He doesn't play around, that's for sure. Since he just casually killed 2 police officers, and he pretty much, owned Rentaro when they first met. And we could tell from the gate that he's pretty much most likely not human, because he got hit in the face by Rentaro. His head spun around, like on some exorcist. His head spun around, and he snapped it back into place. So we could tell from the get-go he's not human, or he has something going on with him. So I'm interested to see more about this character. He's probably going to be the main antagonist, or probably the dragon for someone who's higher up in terms of antagonist for the show. So I'm interested to see what's going on with him. And apparently he wants to destroy the world. Kind of generic, but hopefully there's more to him than that, so we'll have to see what happens. And we got some interesting stuff right here with the civil officer president. I forget her name. Starts with A. I forgot her name. My apologies, because she wasn't really that important. I mean, besides tits and being typical Sudari, she seemed kind of Sudari-ish. I mean, she kept calling Rentaro an idiot most of the time, and she was kind of loud and screechy, but she's okay decently. But I will say the sensei is pretty interests me a little bit. The sensei, Rentaro sensei, this woman who appears to be some type of scientist who's in this basement studying corpses, usually from those who have been attacked or infected with the Gastrea virus. She seems pretty interesting to me. I wonder what her whole deal is. So you know, she seems pretty interesting. Also, she's kind of hot too. So I will say that she is kind of hot. So you know. Overall, first episode, decent. Opening music, okay, pretty good. Ending music, we didn't really see the ending, but we heard the music. It was okay. So first impressions, I'll give the first episode okay. Okay, first episode, okay to good. The whole concept is interesting. The whole main theme is generic, but the concept and how they're going off of it with the Gastrea virus, the cursed children, the civil officers, the promoter, and the initiator are interesting. If I do say so myself, they are interesting. So I will keep a close eye on this one. Be sure to check it out. The link will be down below on Crunchyroll.com. I recommend if you don't have like a very powerful PC, I recommend watching it in 480p because on Crunchyroll 720p and higher, it starts to buffer a bit. So I don't know why, it just happens like that. So this has been my thoughts, guys. Comment, rate, subscribe. Tell me your thoughts on Black Bullet Episode 1 if you have seen it. And I'll catch you guys again next time.